Have you ever heard of Lyudmila Pavlichenko? Her story is one of the most incredible tales of courage and skill from World War II. She wasn't just a soldier. She was a history student who became one of the most successful snipers of all time, with 309 confirmed kills in just under a year. Her nickname? Lady Death. And the way she did it was pure genius. When the war began, Lyudmila was studying history at Kyiv University. She immediately volunteered for the army but was initially pushed towards being a nurse. She had to fight just to prove her marksmanship skills. After finally being accepted, she was sent to the front lines, defending Odessa and later Sevastopol. This is where her legend truly began. So what was her secret? What was this insane trick that made her so effective? It wasn't about fancy equipment or a special rifle. It was all about her mind. Lyudmila mastered the art of psychological warfare and patience. Her primary tactic was a brilliant and dangerous game of cat and mouse. Instead of just finding a high perch and waiting, she would intentionally expose herself for a split second, drawing fire from an enemy sniper. This was incredibly risky, but it was a calculated risk. The moment the enemy shot at her, their position was revealed, but Lyudmila didn't fire back immediately. That would be too predictable. This is where the real trick comes in. She would remain perfectly still, sometimes for hours, sometimes for an entire day, in the exact same spot where she drew fire. The German sniper, assuming they had either missed or that she had fled, would eventually grow complacent. They'd think the danger had passed. They might shift their position slightly, light a cigarette, or take a moment to scan the area, believing they were safe. And in that precise moment of carelessness, Lyudmila would take her shot. This required an unbelievable level of discipline. Imagine lying in a trench, mud-caked and cold, knowing an enemy sniper has you in their sights, and forcing yourself not to move a muscle for 8, 10, even 15 hours. She once engaged in a 3-day duel with a top German sniper, a battle of pure willpower. She waited him out, and in the end, she was the one who came out on top. This method was so effective because it preyed on a universal human weakness: impatience. Her opponents expected a quick fight, a rapid exchange of fire. Lyudmila denied them that. She played a long game, turning their own confidence and eventual boredom against them. Each of her 309 kills wasn't just a feat of marksmanship. It was a victory of mental endurance. Beyond the numbers, Lyudmila's story is about breaking barriers. In a time when women were rarely seen in combat roles, she proved that skill and courage have no gender. After being wounded, she was pulled from combat and became a spokesperson for the war effort, even traveling to the United States and meeting with President Franklin Roosevelt and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. She advocated for a second front in Europe, using her fame to rally support for her country. Lyudmila Pavlichenko's story is more than just a war story. It's a powerful lesson in patience, strategy, and the incredible strength of the human spirit. She used her intelligence to outwit her enemies, turning the sniper's duel into a chess match where she was always several moves ahead. She wasn't just Lady Death. She was a master of her craft, a hero whose legacy of courage and ingenuity continues to inspire people all over the world. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as amazing as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from history. See you in the next one.